Ladies, hold on, let me shut up this thing. We are here tonight on the show. How's everybody doing here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? How is everybody here doing tonight? Let me check the noise because we were having some problems over the weekend with the microphone as there was a new update. So that's something I do want to look into, the noise. I'm not trying to waste the freaking. How's everybody doing here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? How is everybody? All right, we are having good noise. That's good to know. Yeah, because we did have some issues with the audio over the weekend as we were updating a freaking update on the computer. So I wanted to make sure that shit was good to go. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing tonight on a fucking Monday, man? You know Mondays, man. They've been working hard, but my mama keeps telling me it's my bedtime. They're the longest podcast of the week. You know, got to recap not only today's news, but it's Friday's nice news. You know, Saturday's news, Sunday's news. So long podcast tonight. So grab a seat, man. Grab a snack, strap it down, and relax, man. It's the C Sports Show. Will do what he does best, and that is fucking entertain people. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We have some bad news. There was a shooting in freaking the University of Virginia, where I believe 3 football players passed away. Jesus Christ, man! What the hell, man? Now they're it looks like they were targeting. It was a former player at the University of Virginia, and he went to target some of the current Virginia players. What the fuck, man? Jesus Christ, man. Um, 3 University of Virginia football players, wide receiver Lavelle Davis, wide receiver Devin Chandler, and linebacker Deshaun Perry were identified as those 3 killed on campus shooting on Sunday. Police say former football player Christopher Darnell Jones is in custody. Jesus Christ! So he went to target. I don't know what the fuck happened. Did they do something to him and he wanted to go get payback on them? Who knows what the hell happened? But they're reporting this, that this happened yesterday. It's been reported today. It just got reported literally like at 11 o'clock. Like, it just came out like not too long ago. But Jesus Christ, man. Oh my Lord. Jesus Christ, man. My thoughts and prayers with the friends and family and the university, man. Jesus Christ. Let's get this show started in a little bit more positive way now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a moment of silence. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Let's continue in a more positive way, hopefully. Um, so Seahawks line, I beg your pardon. Buccaneers running back Leonard Fournette will likely be playing, even though he had a hip injury on the win over the Seahawks in Germany over the weekend on Sunday. He's scheduled to play this week. They got a bye week though, so he has 2 weeks to rest before they play Cleveland, so he should be fine. Let's see here. More news. Um, let's see. The Packers have brought up longtime NFL assistant coach Aubrey Pleasant. He joined the Packers last week shortly after was fired as defensive coach of the Lions. He previously worked with Packers coach Matt LaFleur in Washington and even with the Rams in Los Angeles. So I don't know how good this is because the Lions have one of the worst defenses, but we'll see. PJ Tucker is dealing with a high ankle sprain, so Panthers have decided to go back to Baker Mayfield this week when they play the Baltimore Ravens. Wow. So once again, they won't let fucking poor Sam Darnold start. Jesus Christ. They just flip back and forth between Baker Mayfield and fucking PJ Walker. Jesus Christ, man. Under the terms of his 11-game suspension, quarterback Deshaun Watson is eligible to begin practicing effective today. He can make his season debut in Week 13 at Houston against the former team. So Deshaun Watson, even though I think he has 2 more weeks to go, is eligible to start practicing today. All right. Cardinals tight end Zach Ertz spotted a brace after Arizona's win is expected to miss multiple weeks with knee injury. He suffered today per sources. The team does not suspect that the ACL is not a problem. It seems to be intact. However, Ertz will undergo MRI on Monday to determine full extent of the injury. Okay, so no ACL teared, but something else is up with that knee. It looks like for Zach Ertz. Wishing Zach Ertz a speedy recovery. Sean McVay says he doesn't have an update on Cooper Kupp, but he says I haven't talked to the medical staff, but for what I've been hearing and what I've been seeing, it does not look good for Cooper Kupp. I'm gonna get to the high ankle sprain for Cooper Kupp. Jesus Christ, man! Oh my, what a shitty ass been for the Rams, man. Jesus Christ. Matt Ryan, man, who got the start at the last moment instead of Sam Erlington for the Colts in that win. Matt Ryan this season is has five four-quarter comebacks in 4-game winning drives and 8 starts with the Colts. Matt Ryan looking good, man. Let's see what their new head coach Jeff Saturday, man. Dolphins defensive lineman Daniel Abua suffered a season-ending torn tricep today that will report. Damn, the Dolphins lose Emmanuel Oja. Jesus Christ, man. Let's see here. Let's see. I think we're yeah, I think this is it, right? I think we might be done reporting news. There were negotiations. They have started negotiations with Saquon Barkley and the New York Giants about a potential extension, but still can't agree on anything. That negotiations have apparently started with Saquon Barkley and the New York Giants about a contract extension. Although Beckham has narrowed his teams down to 5, the Bills, the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Giants, and the 49ers. He got clear this week to come back and play, but now he wants to take a few weeks off to get in football shape before teams start bringing him into the facility for workouts. So it's looking like until December he's going to sign. He's going to use the rest of this month, now that he got cleared by medical staff to play football, to get in football shape. And then in December, probably the first week of December, he will probably start doing private workouts with some of these teams that I just named. Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, 49ers, and Giants. And then they'll probably, make a decision. If he looks good, they'll offer him a contract. And then he'll make a decision, So we'll see, man. I mean, obviously, I can see why they want to privately work him out before signing him, because it's his second ACL injury in like 3 years. So you do want to make sure he's good. All right. But anyways, let's go to let's go to some of these NFL games, ladies and gentlemen. So what a week, man. We had the Buccaneers beating the Seahawks 21-16 in fucking London, man. Freaking Buccaneers, man. Nice little upset for them. They're getting back on track, man. With the fucking Buccaneers after back-to-back wins after the Rams and Seahawks. Buccaneers are getting back on track, maybe. What a game between the Vikings and the fucking Bills, man. Jesus Christ, man. And I looked at this game, and one of the things, that disappointed me about Josh Allen was that I thought instead of forcing Kirk Cousins to come up to his level, I felt like Josh Allen went down to Kirk Cousins' pendejo level, because they had like the same numbers, like over 300 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, fumble. Kirk Cousins fumbled twice. He recovered both of them. Josh Allen fumbled once. We know where it happened after the fucking defense had gotten a goal line stand. It was 27-23, and on the fucking, he just has to ice the game. He fucking fumbles the ball at the 1 yard line. Minnesota scores, pendejo face. And then he threw the interception. He drives it on the field to tie it and send it to overtime, 30-30. But then after the Vikings get the ball first, they kick a field goal, 33-30. He's driving them on the field to either tie it again or win it, and he throws in another interception. Pendejo face, man. And he also threw another red zone interception. What was it, in like the fourth or third quarter? Oh, man, this guy... I'm really disappointed in Josh Allen lately, man. I don't know what's with him and red zones interceptions, man. I really don't know what the fuck's going on with that, man. And sure, it was a combination of Josh Allen throwing that first interception in the red zone, and then also, Dalvin Cook did have that great run, 81-yard touchdown run that sort of also gave Minnesota some life after being down 27-10. But still, man, Josh Allen turning the ball over 3 times, especially late in the game, that fourth quarter fumble after the fucking defense got a fucking goal line stop. And then to finish the game, throwing that red zone interception overtime. Very disappointed in Josh Allen, man. I really am, man. I thought instead of forcing Kirk Cousins to rise up to his level to beat him, he went down to Kirk Cousins' level of pendejo mode, turning the ball over. Pendejo, man. Very disappointed in Josh Allen, man. I really am. Lions 31-30, man. Beat the fucking Bears. But fucking Justin Fields is looking fantastic lately, man. It's promising. Remember, their defense sucks now, right? They give up this year. They give up fucking Raekwon Smith, Khalil Mack, Robert Quinn. They doing it on purpose, man. They're trying to tank for draft picks. Titans beat the Broncos 17-10. I don't know what the fuck happened to Russell Wilson, man. This guy stinks, man. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's Matt LaFleur. I was telling my colleague, Colby Alverson, maybe they got to look at possibly bringing in a familiar face from the Seahawks days. Maybe Darrell Bevell, who was their offensive coordinator around that 2012-2013 Super Bowl run. Yeah, I think he's the quarterback coach in Miami. Maybe they got to bring him in to be the head coach because who knows Russell Wilson better than Darrell Bevell. So maybe him. I don't know, but it ain't really working out with Nathaniel Hackett. Chiefs beat the Jaguars 27-17. Dolphins beat the Browns 39-17. Giants beat the Texans 24-16. Steelers beat the Saints 20-10. Colts and Jets Saturday's debut fucking beat the Raiders 25-20. Frickin' Derek Carr was crying after the game, very frustrated at the situation. Jesus Christ, man. Packers beat the Cowboys 31-28, man, in overtime. Jesus Christ, man. This fucking game, man, it was the coming out party for Christian Watson, man. 3 touchdowns for Christian Watson, man. It was his fucking coming out party, man. Aaron Rodgers, 14 of 20, 224 yards, 3 touchdowns. All of the touchdowns to Christian Watson. Aaron Jones, 138 yards, 1 touchdown. Aaron Jones always has a great game versus the fucking Cowboys. But yeah, what a great game by Christian Watson, man. Yeah, no Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, 115 yards, 1 touchdown. I don't know, man. Maybe they got to go with Tony Pollard because both games he's played this year and Ezekiel Elliott has missed, he's had pretty good games, man. Dak Prescott, 27-46, 265 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Yeah, 2 interceptions. CeeDee Lamb, in the mix of all this, had probably one of his best games of his career. 11 catches, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb had a great game. I thought like the Tony Pollard and CeeDee Lamb played fantastic. The problem was fucking Prescott turning the ball over 2 times, interceptions, and fucking the defense. I don't know what the fuck happened tonight. Giving up fucking 31 points. I don't know. They got caught off guard by Christian Watson. I don't think they really had a game plan for him. They didn't expect him to play the way he played tonight. I don't know, but 31 points. I thought Dallas defense was gonna. I don't know the cold weather. I don't know what happened, but I'm very shocked the Packers got 31 points on that Dallas Cowboys defense, man. I really was. Cardinals beat the Rams 27-17. At night, the 49ers beat the Chargers 16-22. The Chargers got up to a nice little start, man. At fucking one point, they had a fucking 10-point lead, 13-3. But then slowly, the 49ers chip away, man. It's like a fucking boxing fight with them, right? They just start running at you, and they start fucking getting your defense tired, man. It's like throwing the jab until they knock you out late in the fucking fight, man. Then made it fucking 13-10. Went into halftime 16-10. The Chargers got another field goal.
They fucking had Justin Herbert got hit in the fucking head, so they had to take him out and check him for a concussion. So they had to fucking put in Chase Daniels, who fucking sucked ass. That could have been a touchdown instead of going to overtime, instead of going to halftime. 20-10, you go into halftime 13-10 because you couldn't keep you couldn't keep moving the football anymore. Pendejo face. So instead of looking at a 10-point game in overtime 20-10, you get a field goal and you only go 16-10. Maybe that affected them. And then at the end, they're fucking fourth quarter, they fucking won it, man, with 2 field goals, 22-16 was the final score. The Chargers got 2 chances there. They got pinned at the first try. They got pinned back at the 1-yard line. They went 3 and out. They couldn't do much. And then the second time after they kicked the field goal to make it 22-16, they fucking right away. I think Nick Bosa hit Justin Herbert as he was throwing the ball, and it got deflected and it got intercepted. And that was the final score, 22-16. Fucking 21 for 35 for Herbert, 196 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Austin Eckler, they couldn't run the ball. They don't have an offensive line. The fucking Chargers, their offensive line is kind of fucked right now, especially with Ramon Slater, the left tackle, being out for the season. I don't think Keenan Allen played in this game, and neither did fucking Mike Williams. So yeah, they're just banged up, man. The offensive line banged up. The wide receivers banged up. They just got a lot of injuries right now. The fucking Chargers, man. Jimmy Garoppolo, 19 for 28, 240 yards. Obviously, no touchdowns. All of the touchdowns were by the fucking running back, Christian McCaffrey, and Jimmy Garoppolo did have a quarterback sneak. I do remember that. Okay. Brendan Ayuk with a 6 catches, 84 yards, led the way. George Kittle only 1 catch. They just ran the ball, man. They just fucking ran the football, and that's how they won this football game, man. Run the football, play defense, man. They fucking ran for fucking 157 yards, ran it 41 times. Run the football, play defense. That's the Chargers' philosophy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it looks like we're done with the fucking NFL. Let's jump over to college football. So let's see here. We didn't have a lot of upsets, but until the later night, man, when we had fucking Oregon and UCA lose. But let's see. USC beats Colorado 55-17. Ohio State beats Indiana 56-14. Tennessee beats Missouri 66-24. Tennessee gets that fucking redemption game after losing to Georgia. LSU beats Arkansas 13-10. Notre Dame beats Navy 35-32. Purdue upsets Illinois 31-24. Vanderbilt upsets Kentucky 24-21. What is going on with Will Levis in Kentucky, man? Michigan beats Nebraska 34-3. Alabama escapes and beats Ole Miss 30-24. Fucking at one point, I believe at halftime, this fucking game was fucking. Well, no, in the second quarter, it was 17-7. Twice, man. They had them down 10-0, and then they had them down 17-7. But then in the second half, man, Alabama's fucking defense adjusted and only fucking limited Ole Miss to 7 points in the second half. And that was the fucking difference in the fucking second half, man. That was the difference, man. Alabama won the second half, 16-7. The defense finally stepped for Alabama, in which they fucking won the game there at the end, 34-24. Ole Miss couldn't do anything offensively in that second half compared to that first half. So Alabama wins at 30-24. Clemson beats Louisville 31-16. They get their fucking comeback after losing to Notre Dame last week. Penn State beats Maryland 30-0. Fucking Boston College upsets North Carolina State 21-20. Once again, Central Florida 38-31 versus Tulane. Georgia beats Mississippi State 45-19. And then later on in the night, man, Washington upsets Oregon 37-34. Man, Oregon's probably done now if they have losses versus Georgia and Washington. Their national hopes are probably finished now. Kansas State beats Baylor 31-3. TCU beats fucking Texas 17-10. This game was supposed to be like super high scoring. Two teams in the fucking Big 12. What a shit show it was, man. At halftime, it was fucking 3-0 TCU. The final score was 17-10. This game really should have been 17-3. The fucking late in the game there was a fucking miscommunication with the quarterback, with what's his name, Max Duggins, and he fumbled. Texas scooped it up and got a touchdown. Otherwise, the final score would have been 17-3, man. Texas played like shit offensively, man. Quinn Ayers sucked ass, man. 171 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. This dude was trash, man. Fucking Arch Manning was in the freaking stands watching this game. I thought that would maybe motivate Quinn Ewers to try to show, hey, Arch Manning, I'm not just going to give you the starting quarterback job that easy. Instead, he fucking choked, man. Fucking Quinn Ewers, man. At one point, I believe he was just in the pocket and he just fucking slipped and fell, pendejo face. Shitty ass game for this Texas offense. Wow. Only 3 points, man. Like I said, that other, the touchdown they scored was the fucking defense. Terrible game by Quinn Ayers in this Texas offense, man. Jesus Christ. TCU, man, shout out to them. They played, give them credit for their defensive play. I will say that. The running back, though, looked good. TCU running back, what's his face? Kendra Miller, he looked good. 138 yards, a touchdown. He looked good. Then anyways, North Carolina beats, let's move on here. North Carolina beats Wake Forest 36-34. Florida State beats Syracuse 38-3. Utah beats Stanford 42-7. And then fucking another upset late at night. Arizona beats UCLA 34-28. Another loss for UCLA. So just like Oregon, their championship hopes are probably over, as they've now lost to fucking Oregon and Arizona. So pendejo face for UCLA, man. So it looks like their season's over. So now at this point, the only team that really has a chance at the national championship in the Pac-12 is probably USC, man. Oregon and UCLA are done now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move over to the fucking National Basketball Association here tonight on a fucking Monday. Joel Embiid last night, fucking 59 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 105-98 victory over the fucking Utah Jazz. 26 points in the fucking fourth quarter, man. Jesus Christ, man. What a game by Joel Embiid. He went absolutely ham. Anthony Davis as well, one of his best games in a while. 37 points, 18 rebounds. So the big man, Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid stepping up. Jesus Christ, man. Wow, man. Great games for them, man. Great games for them. Let's see any more news over here. No, not really, man. But yeah, what a great game by fucking by Joel Embiid and fucking and Anthony Davis last night, man, and their respective wins over the Nets and the fucking and the Jazz, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the standings real quick for the basketball. We might have to start doing this. The Bucks are first place at 10-2. The Celtics are in second place at 10-3. The Hawks are in third place at 8-5. The Cavaliers are in fourth place at 8-5. The Washington Wizards are 8-6 and the fifth seed. The Toronto Raptors are the 6th seed, 7-7. The 76ers are the 7th seed, 7-7. The Pacers are the 6th seed. Excuse me. The Pacers are the 8th seed at 6-6. The Knicks are the 9th seed at 8-7, and the Miami Heat are the 10th seed at 6-7. Those would be your 10 teams in the playoffs. And then the Sixers, Pacers, Knicks, and Heat would be the play-in. All right, let's look at the Western Conference. The Portland Trailblazers are your 1 seed. The Nuggets are your 2 seed. The Jazz are your 3rd seed. The Phoenix Suns are your 4th seed. The Memphis Grizzlies are your 5th seed. The Dallas Mavericks are your 6th seed. The New Orleans Pelicans are your 7th seed. The Los Angeles Clippers are your 8th seed. The Sacramento Kings are your 9th seed. And the Oklahoma City Thunder are your 10th seed. With the Pelicans, Clippers, Kings, and Thunder fucking being the playing games. Alright, so the best team in the NBA is Milwaukee at 10-2. And then the second best team is Boston at 10-3. And then Portland Trailblazers, man, and the Nuggets at 9-4. The worst team is the Houston Rockets at 2-11. They're trying to get that freaking French guy. Everybody I talk to in Houston here, man, they all want that French guy, Victor Wembanyama. Jesus Christ, man, I'm promoting French fries here. Everybody needs to eat McDonald's French fries so we can get Victor Wembanyama, what the hell his name is, here in Houston, man. We're tired of fucking eating pork and beans, man, with this fucking Rockets team, man. Anyway, they fucking suck, man. I don't know why the fuck they don't fight. I want to win, but all these people want to lose, man. They won the fucking French player, but I'm getting tired of this coach. What's his name? Steven Salas, pendejo face for him. Anyway, but I don't know, whatever. Maybe we can fire him after this season once they fucking Rockets get fucking, what's his name? Victor Wembanyama, whatever the fuck his name is. Anyway, so right now they have the best odds to get him. We'll see who gets that dude. Anyway, some fucking Major League Baseball news. Let's see here. Let's see here. Free agency. Reports Royals would like to bring back Zach Greinke. There's mutual interest on both sides, so Zach Greinke could go back to Kansas City Royals. Astros have interest in Wilson Contreras, nearly traded for him back in July, but with James Click as the general manager, market looks strong for Wilson Contreras. Okay, let's see here. Jesse Chavez back to the Braves, $1 million 1-year deal. Phillies believed to have real interest in Sander Borgas. Obviously, there's a relationship there when Dave Dombrowski was the fucking vice president of the Red Sox. So there's a relationship there between them. So we'll see. Rafael Montero back to the Astros, 3 years, $34 million. So they get him back. John Daniels hired by the Rays as senior advisor. He led the Rangers, I believe, back in when they were winning when they were going to the World Series in 2010 and 2011. He was, along with Nolan Ryan, he was leading the Rangers. So another smart baseball man going to the Rays. Let's see here. Urona, 1-year deal to stay with the Rockies, $3 million. Jose Urona, that is. Luis Ura gets hired as the bench coach for the Marlins. Chris Bassett didn't accept the qualifying offer. Kershaw went back to the Dodgers, 1 year, $20 million. So Click and Kershaw back to the Dodgers. What about this? James Click and the Astros couldn't agree on a new contract. I believe James Crane, the fucking owner, offered one-year deal. Obviously, James Click did not like it, so they choose to part ways. So the Houston Astros are gonna have to get another general manager. Jesus Christ, man. So we'll see who they bring as the general manager. But anyways, let's move. At this point, I don't even know if I can't keep up when I need to stop. I think some of this stuff I already talked about on Friday. Anyways, let's talk some wrestling now. That sometimes I struggle, and I feel like some of the news I already said on Friday. It's kind of hard to remember when was the final news I reported on Friday. I apologize if sometimes I kind of repeat myself. Let's see here. Again with the wrestling news. I believe last time I was here, I was Friday 11th. So I think I report about CM Punk being in that MMA event. Bray Wyatt wanting Bo Dallas and Eric Rowan. I think I reported that. So let's go to. I'm assuming this is probably the next episode, the next article. Supposedly the WWE superstars, the wrestlers, are not happy also with Austin Theory. I believe both Elias and Corey Graves has said they didn't agree with it. It makes sense for Austin Theory to cash in on the Money in the Bank on the United States Championship. But I believe Corey Graves did say, let's see what happens. Let's see what they go with Austin Theory. But let's not panic now. But I would be panicking in a few weeks if they don't have Austin Theory in a fucking match at Survivor Series. So let's see what happens. Unfortunately, tying up to Austin Theory, it is being reported that over the weekend, him and Kevin Owens fought in a match, and Kevin Owens sprained his leg. So it looks like Kevin Owens will not be part of War Games match, as he was rumored to be the fifth member for the Brawling Brutes and Drew McIntyre's team. Jesus Christ, man, that fucking sucks. So now maybe me and Mike Khali were discussing possibly Seth Rollins. Maybe it's going to be Seth Rollins now that it looks like Kevin Owens won't be able to compete in that event. Let's see here. Terrible situation there. But yeah, man, even some of the WWE people and Elias and Corey Graves critiquing the way they booked that Austin Theory cash in on the U.S. champion. So we'll see where it goes from here. Let's see here. All right. Shout out to Bobby Fish, man. He made his fucking boxing debut last night, and the Floyd Mayweather dingy undercard. He won at the age of 45. Shout out to Bobby Fish for winning that fight, man. His boxing debut. Fucking Jesus Christ, man. More NWA news, as freaking, I believe his name is now Troyce. He, formerly known in WWE as Brodus Clay, is the freaking new fucking NWA champion. Everybody's pissed off about this, and now everybody's saying, of course, this is why Nick Aldis wants to leave NWA. This company's a fucking joke. So people are so pissed that freaking Brodus Clay winning the NWA championship, man. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, I saw some highlights on Twitter of the match, and the match was very shitty. I think he jumped from the second rope and he tripped. I don't know. It was a shit show, man. Jesus Christ. I don't know why people pay so much attention to that company, NWA. It's making a lot of noise the last few weeks. Supposedly there was a mistake in the tables match between the woman on Friday Night SmackDown, and it's being reported that at the final moment they switched the table spot, but supposedly Liv Morgan was not able to realize. I guess she didn't pay attention, and that's why supposedly they couldn't break the table. They messed up. Supposedly that's why they messed up the table spot and they couldn't break it. Who knows? Everybody wondering where's Charlotte Flair. She hasn't been back for a while, man. Now Andrade's also not on TV. I think he's suspended from AEW from getting into a fight backstage with Sammy Guevara. So everybody's wondering where the hell Charlotte Flair is. A lot of people are wondering, is she coming back for Survivor Series, Royal Rumble? People are wondering, but who knows when the hell Charlotte Flair's going to come back. We'll see. But yeah, right now a lot of the big stars, man. Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, man. People are wondering when are they coming back, man. We'll see, man. We will see. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We do have more news before we get to the SmackDown recap here tonight on a Monday. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So John Cena, man, being reported he is going to be coming back soon. People are wondering if it's going to be Austin Theory. There's also rumors about Stone Cold versus John Cena. LA Knight has been thrown around. Edge, and maybe a final time Edge. Randy Orton, but remember he's dealing with a back injury. One final time, Randy Orton versus John Cena. Who knows, man? I don't know if I want to see that. If I'm gonna see one final time with one of his older foes, I rather see Edge. But we'll see, man. MJF, man, the reason he hasn't been on AEW the last few weeks is because he's making a movie. Jesus Christ, that's why MJF has not been in AEW the last few weeks, because he's freaking making a movie. Jesus Christ. Natalia, man, the reason they did that spot where I believe Shayna Baszler kicks her in the face and blood comes out of her nose and supposedly has a broken nose is because she was scheduled to have a nose job, and so they did that to give her time off. So that's why they did that spot, because obviously WWE usually does not do blood things. But that's why they did it, because she was going to go out and miss a few weeks as she recovered from nose surgery. Speedy recovery to Natalia. So there was an interview by Bret Hart, and he pretty much, I never heard this, I don't know if you guys had that, he pretty much said there was about 25 more minutes left in that match between myself and Shawn Michaels back in Montreal before Vince McMahon decided to screw everything up and ring the bell and end the match. We had everybody thought that maybe Shawn Michaels was going to tap and it was going to be over, but no, supposedly he was going to escape the sharpshooter, and there was another 25 minutes to go in that match. Man, pretty interesting to see what would have been the outcome of that thing, man. We'll see, man. Let's see, man. AEW, man, trying to figure out, I think their contract with TNT and TBS expires in 2023. But it looks like Warner Bros. Is very interested in giving them an extension. So things are looking good about them getting. Because remember, an article came out a few months ago about Warner Bros., which is, owns TBS and TNT, about how they didn't want to have any more scripted shows. Obviously, wrestling falls into that category. But so people were panicking. Are they going to drop Dynamite and Rampage? But now it's being reported Warner Bros. Will and does expect, or will like to, and expects, will like to work out an extension when AEW, once 2023 deal expires. So it looks like AEW will remain on TBS and TNT. Let's see here. So Monday Night Raw's 30-year anniversary. It's been set. It will be at the Wells Fargo Center from Philadelphia. A lot of people are wondering where they're going to do it in New York, Manhattan, as that's when the first Monday Night Raw took place. And that's when they had the 25-year anniversary back in 2017. But nope, they decided that they're going to do it at the Wells Fargo Arena in Philadelphia instead. All right. I'm surprised they didn't do it at Madison Square Garden. That's what I would have done. But anyways, whatever. Let's see here. So, everybody's talking about, Roman Reigns having the world title for 800 days. And people are saying, well, nobody talks about Gunther had the UK NXT Championship for over 100 days as well. And they interviewed Gunther about it. He's like, yeah, but it was different, because it was the UK. I didn't have a lot of matches, It was a little bit different. A big reason why I had that title for so long was because there wasn't a lot of matches for me to do. Whatever, but I guess he was being humble about it, not trying to compare not trying to compare himself to Roman Reigns. All right. Chris Jericho. The reason he wasn't on AEW this past week is because he's also in the entertainment business now, as he is participating in the show called The Masked Singer, and that's why Chris Jericho has not been on AEW TV. So AEW, all this shit about being a wrestling company, all of a sudden getting MJF into the movies and Chris Jericho into some fucking singing show. So Tony Khan maybe is exploring a little bit more of the sports entertainment after all. Anyways, Saudi Arabia shows reportedly make WWE more money than WrestleMania. That is crazy. The WWE has signed a 10-year deal with Saudi Arabia, which I believe this deal started back in 2016, and it's set to expire, I believe, in 2026. I'm not sure. I think it does in 2026 it expires, but they are in the middle of this 10-year deal from 2016 to 2026. So we'll see, but yeah, expect shows in Saudi Arabia for the next few years. As reportedly back in 2016 they signed a 10-year deal with Saudi Arabia. It is being announced that the next show in Saudi Arabia will be in May. So we'll see about that. But reportedly, yeah, they make a lot of good money from those shows. I think those shows, man, they gotta make them more like a normal pay per view. If I was WWE, I would like focus on having maybe less pay per views, like maybe just 5, 6, 7. You know, maybe every other month. Maybe Royal Rumble and January. Then maybe in the beginning of March you can have Elimination Chamber. Then in April you have WrestleMania, and then in May maybe you have I don't know, Backlash. You know, you can do it in Saudi Arabia. You're going to Saudi Arabia, and then maybe I wouldn't do nothing in June. You wait until maybe July. You do SummerSlam, and then maybe you don't do nothing in August, and then maybe in September you go back to Cardiff Wells for Clash of the Castle, and then you don't do nothing for October, and then in November you do Survivor Series, and then that's it. You call it a. I would only do that, man. Like, take your time. Give you at least a month, if not even 2 months, with them pay-per-views, man. I would love the WWE to do that. As of right now, I believe they are advertising Royal Rumble for January in San Antonio, Elimination Chamber in Montreal, Canada, Vancouver, or some shit like that, in February. And I believe they're also obviously WrestleMania in Los Angeles. And now Saudi Arabia in May. We'll see, man. We'll see. But hopefully they do a better job of like separating the pay-per-views within a month, if not even 2 months. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's SmackDown recap, and then we can get the hell out of here. SmackDown. And then we can call it a night here tonight. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so SmackDown, man. From the fucking Indiana, man, SmackDown. So we started off hot, man, with the freaking tag team match between the New Day and the Usos. What a fucking match, man. Great match, man. Anytime these two get together, man, it's always a fucking great match. Obviously, there at the end, fucking the Usos win it, fucking a 1D off the top rope on Kofi Kingston. What a great match, man. The Usos are officially the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history, man. Jesus Christ, man. And then we freaking have the World Cup. I like the World Cup, you know, for the mid-carders. It gives them something to do and something that matters. You know, you're fighting for something. You're fighting for your country. You're fighting for a World Cup trophy. And also, you will also get a shot at Gunther's Intercontinental Champion. So this is a good way to get the mid-carder sometime. First match, I was very surprised. Shinsuke Nakamura representing Japan. Santos Escobar representing Mexico. Very, very surprised that Santos Escobar won. I thought with Shinsuke Nakamura doing that match in December in Japan, I thought they were trying to make him look strong, but it shows to you that WWE maybe does not care about these other shows. Who knows? But anyways, whatever. And then we freaking had a backstage interview. Megan Morant interviewing LA Knight. And out of nowhere, the fucking logo pops up on the freaking screen. And then freaking Bray Wyatt appeared for the first time since he came back, interacting with another WWE superstar. So potentially planting the seeds for a fucking LA Knight Bray Wyatt feud. Wow, man. They have a little bit of a trash talking there, and then it leads to Bray Wyatt headbutting LA Knight in the head and then just walking away. Could they speed it up and have a match at Survivor Series? Or maybe do you take your time until Royal Rumble? We'll see, man. But wow, so exciting, man, to finally have Bray Wyatt start a potential storyline with another person. Then we had the Women's Six-Pack Number One Contender Challenge. It was fucking Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Shotzi, Sonya Deville, Lacey Evans, and Xia Leah, the Japanese girl. I don't know how you pronounce her name. Again, there was a bad table spot here. Supposedly, Liv Morgan was not aware of the change of the table spot, and that's where the table spot was Butch. Who knows? Anyway, Shotzi wins the match. And right after she fucking wants it, she said she gets fucking kind of buried. She gets attacked by Shayna Baszler backstage. And obviously Shayna Baszler apparently now with Ronda Rousey. Whatever. They fucking teased stuff. Let's see here. And then fucking Jinder Mahal comes back, pendejo face. He just to get buried by Braun Strowman in another freaking qualifying match. Braun Strowman representing the U.S. and Jinder Mahal representing India. Braun Strowman wins it. And then we have, it looks like it was going to be Selena Vega versus B-Fab, which was going to be B-Fab's first match on the main roster on SmackDown. But instead, freaking the Viking Raiders, along with Sarah Logan, come back. They were dealing with some type of injury, one of the Viking Raiders. They come back and they attack them. Not only Hit Row, but also Legado del Fantasma. So the Viking Raiders, along with Sarah Logan, are back. We'll see, man. Sucks their heels. Otherwise, that would be a great tag team match with the Usos. And then we get the freaking the fucking final segment. The Bloodline comes out. Roman Reigns with the Usos, also Cola, Paul Heyman. No Sami Zayn. Michael Cole said he's back home dealing with a personal issue. I don't know if that's a storyline or if that's real life, but that's what Michael Cole said. So pretty much it looks, Roman Reigns, it looks, congratulating the Usos for winning the match and officially becoming the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history. It looked there for a minute like he was about to acknowledge them. Like Roman was going to acknowledge his cousins. But right out of nowhere, the fucking Brawling Brutes music hits. They had a little bit of a pendejo moment as Sheamus' microphone did not work. Roman Reigns even, threw more salt on it. As he said, you can't even get the microphone to work. How am I supposed to be scared of you? Freaking. And then it just, fucking brawl started between the Brawling Brutes and the Bloodline. Obviously 4-on-3. So the Bloodline started beating the shit out of them, which led to Drew McIntyre coming out and even out the odds. So it looks like it's going to be the Bloodline versus the Brawling Brutes and McIntyre at War Games. Now, the thing is here, everybody thought that it was the final person was going to be Kevin Owens. But now, like I said, reportedly Kevin Owens had a match with Austin Theory over the weekend, and he sprained his leg, and he's probably going to be out, probably not going to have time to recover by Survivor Series. So now who the hell? Because a lot of people are saying it's going to play this match at War Games is going to plant the seeds to potentially have single matches and tag team matches at Royal Rumble. Sheamus versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship at Royal Rumble. Maybe Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble. The tag team match, Usos maybe Brawling Brutes at Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre versus Solo Sikoa at Royal Rumble. It was gonna sort of plan seats. So this is potentially gonna be the start of a 2-month program with all these guys, maybe being the huge blow up at Royal Rumble, which having all those matches I just mentioned. But now, at least for one of the matches, potentially in the final the fifth person for the Brawling Brutes and Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens is out So what are they gonna do now? My colleague Kobe Albertson was telling me Seth Rollins, but he's a Raw guy. For what I hear, Seth Rollins is about to, he's gonna start or continue a potential feud with Austin Theory. So who knows what they're gonna do now that Kevin Owens is probably not gonna be able to go anymore. We'll see who that fifth person is for the Brawling Brutes and Drew McIntyre, man. Jesus Christ, man. We'll see. It was a good show. Obviously start super hot with the tag team match, Usos and New Day. The ending, although it kind of got a little bit rushed, they got to fucking end the show because of the fucking news coming up. So they kind of ended it and like right as the brawl kind of started. The middle okay with the fucking the World Cup. And the freaking the women's 6-pack challenge for the women's championship. It was good. Obviously much better finish than Raw, although it was kind of rushed because again they had to end the show because of the news. Yeah, it was a little good show, maybe B-, C+, whatever. It seemed like SmackDown, it's really always about the beginning and the end, right? The middle kind of doesn't really matter too much on SmackDown. It's always about the start and the finish with that show. But anyways, it was a good show. Until next time, I'm out like a light. Thank you.